Let's go ahead and rock to that, baby. Get some puppy chow. Need more puppy chow? Okay, you get new foods. New wolf foods. You're my Angelie. You're my Angelie. Yeah, 4 more in 2024, baby. Donald John Trump. Yeah, he pleaded not guilty to charges by Fannie Willis. They call her Fawny to try to make her name seem less silly, right? Now, to us conservatives, Fannie Willis will always be known as Fanny. Oh, well, that's... Okay, so we use that one. I'm going to use, like... That looks too good, like you could make a good chicken sandwich. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so this one looks all crazy, so we'll put that one in there. So, Kemp of Georgia, yeah, kind of he's a traitor, really. Not just to the MAGAs, but he's a traitor to the conservative movement, really. Honestly speaking, so Trump's legal team could not get the illegal persecution of him overturned in Atlanta, Georgia. The district attorney. Fannie, her name was Fannie Willis, let's be honest. Okay, so we put some basil. Okay, that's really the secret ingredient, so that's why I had to be like, put some pepper on that chicken. We're gonna make chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Okay, hopefully we didn't put too much pepper, but no, because we'll just turn it over. And, okay. So no, it's big pieces of chicken, so it's not like put that. Okay. All right. Fannie Willis. Fannie. Now, it's not going to be very funny for Miss Willis when Trump is elected president. You know why? Because all those people, all those DAs, all those George Soros DAs, they're going to get prosecuted for election interference. Yeah, because they're interfering with the 2024 election, a democratic process. And they can't do that. They think they can do that, right? They think they can get away with it. But really, they're not going to be able to get away with it. The only person who's going to be able to get away with the criminal, get away with criminal charges is probably Joseph Biden, but that's because he'll just become an ex-president with executive privileges. So that's how he's going to get out of it. But nobody else has a get out of jail free card, as they would say in the old political thrillers. So we put that butter on there. Got the butter, chicken, basil, garlic salt, and some pepper. It's running low, but I can refill it. But Fannie Willis. Yeah. It's kind of funny because with the 4 indictments by the corrupt Department of Injustice, Merrick Garland, and the Biden crime family, they're they're indicting, trying to indict Trump for election interference. All he said was, "Can you help me find the votes? Let's investigate whether this election was legit." That's not illegal to question an election whether it was legit. Okay. People could question the 2000 election or the 2016 election, or I don't know, whatever election you want to. But for some reason, the left, Mark Zuckerberg and Sundar Pichai and Google Alphabet Corporation, the liberal global world order, the elites don't want people talking about the 2020 election and what they really think happened. They don't want people investigating the truth of the 2020 election. They don't want people theorizing, scuttlebutting, rumors, and so forth. No, you're free to talk about the election of 2008, 2000, 1996, 1992, 1988. Somehow you're able to talk about all those elections, but for some reason it's just this one that you can't talk about for some reason, right? So the witch hunters of Trump are indicting Trump for what they themselves are guilty of. A famous tactic of the Democrats, by the way, the liberals. What they're doing, the crimes that they're doing, they accuse the other people of doing. There's one man that could probably get out of criminal prosecution, and that's Joseph R. Biden, just because he has executive privilege when he becomes the next ex-president in the year 2024. He'll be a disgraced, one-term, befuddled old fart, and American people are going to literally almost, he's going to be voted out of office extremely harshly. His numbers aren't going to be good. He's not even going to get half the country like last time, or apparently he got last time. So why is ABC Disney doing all these hit pieces on Clarence Thomas? So the Democrats don't have high donors. Mark Zuckerberg did not donate $500 million to the the Biden-Harris campaign in 2020. It's on record. That was not done. They're trying to say, "Ooh, Clarence Thomas has a billionaire donor who's a supporter of conservative causes." Well, how much money does George Soros donate to the Democrats and the liberals? No one's talking about George Soros that much, huh? No one's talking very much about all the millions of dollars that the Biden crime family made in Burisma in the Ukraine and doing Chinese green energy scam deals. Nobody seems to be talking about that stuff for some reason. I mean, there are plenty of people talking about that stuff, but Clarence Thomas went on some lavish vacations. Well, he's a Supreme Court justice. Donald Trump appointed conservative justices. It was a very American thing to do because the founding fathers built the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and they structured the three branches of government to have a check on the other's power. So the legislation, the legislative is supposed to check the executive. The executive is supposed to check the legislative through veto power. I mean, there's a lot of different functions of the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate, the upper chamber, the aristocratic, elitist kind of upper chamber of the House, of the Congress. So the judicial system is supposed to decide the constitutionality of laws. So these branches are supposed to all check each other. And so what happened in 2020, you had a political party that tried to, they knew Trump already stacked the court with conservatives, so they couldn't get a liberal court, except for Joe Biden's appointee of Ketanji Jackson Brown, the first female African American Chief Justice. But the court is still 5-4 conservative majority, as of yet. That was Trump's parting gift. He knew the deep state was after him. He knew that the Zuckerbergs and the Bill Gates and the liberal global world order guys were all after him, with that fake collusion, Russia hoax, and all that bullshit. No one believed that Trump colluded with Russia to become the president in 2016. And then that bullshit parade by the Democrats quickly vanished. But they try to pin anything they can. They make stuff up. They lie. They cheat. They steal. They rig. They do whatever it takes to maintain control and power. And take money, control, and power. That's all they care about. So they don't care about our country anymore. They sold us out a long, long time ago as American citizens. So since our country has been sold out and our citizens, that's why more than half of the country is pissed, because they realize that. And the rest are asleep or in denial. So the left's attempt, they're really angry at Clarence Thomas because he's an African American man who's a Supreme Court justice, and he's conservative. The left is angry at him because of that. The left and the Democrats said, "Hey, we've traditionally been courting minorities and people in poverty and poor in the lower class." And they're very angry when the minorities, or like the 7 million illegal aliens that Joe Biden has let in over the last 3 years, they're very angry when the minorities flip and go conservatives. They go ape shit, especially the more high profile ones. Because they're like, hey, you're our people. What are you doing playing for the other team? But they don't want these far left fucking radical progressive agendas as just as much as the Republicans don't want it, and the Trump supporters, conservatives, the right. Trump is not guilty of election interference. The Democrat Party is, the corrupt Biden-Harris administration. They're guilty of election interference. And Joe Biden may not be impeached or go to jail for it, but any of his minions can if Trump is elected president through a Democrat process of voting that's legit in 2024. If there's a sudden crisis, like a hurricane, earthquake, virus, or some shit like that, then you know what's up. these dumbass environmental protesters laying in the road. What really pisses me off, not when these dumbasses lay in the road. You know what really ticks me off? When these dumb fucks, when they go into the Louvre and they throw tomato soup at the fucking, Picassos and shit. That pisses me off. Big time. That's like, man, if you threw soup at the Mona Lisa, you deserve to go to jail for fucking life. Yeah, I know it's not just a painting though, is it? It's a celebrated work of Western civilization. So for that, I think the penalty should be harsher. Don't you think? This is the only country in the world that tolerates this kind of shit. All these radical left, stupid motherfuckers running around. Yeah, a Supreme Court justice. A president can what? Joe Biden was on vacation for 2 weeks. He goes on vacation all the time. That guy's sleeping all the time. That dude is chilling all the time, dude. Now, the only question is, are they going to just roll him out occasionally, or are they going to rest him up for next year? Because he's going to be turning 82 years old and stuff. So I wonder if they're going to rest him up, because, he's a fucking old man. He's an old fucking geezer. Well, some people call him the puppet. Do I think he's a puppet of the liberal global world order? Yeah, he is a puppet, for sure. He's just President Potato Head. Yeah. They're trying to prop him up for as long as they can. One day they won't be able to do it. He'll be like Mitch McConnell. He'll be getting on the podium going, he'll be freezing up, right? It won't be continuous flow. So the we got this grandma next door, and she's like, her grandkids have been here this summer, and then she's going kind of crazy because she has one grandbaby who's a girl, and the two boys are gone, so she just has to she's just desperate to go talk to people. But I'm like, I don't really understand people from Michigan. I mean, some of them I do. They kind of speak a different style of language. It's almost like, I don't know, it's just that Wisconsin, Midwestern kind of fucking thing. So when they come down here to Texas, I'm just like, what? Like, I understand you, but I mean, this lady especially it's not like, talking to Jesse Ventura, somebody who's kind of lucid. This woman's like on a different planet, dude. I mean, and then she'll talk about her problems to me, and I'm like, well, I'm not a psychiatrist, so, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I mean, I would love to get paid to hear everybody's fucking problems, but I really don't have that much time. Being a mortal human being myself, so anyway, she's just going like crazy nuts. But the mission tonight. She will probably come out and be like, hey. She'll probably ruin my fucking video of the supermoon. But I'm going to try to not let her ruin my shit tonight. I'm gonna try to get some good fucking shots, some good fucking vids. So, but I can't really dodge gossip grandma because she lives right next door. So, are, are you gonna be a restless grandpa someday or something? You know, I don't think so. I think I'll be pretty mellowed out. I hope. I hope I'm not running around the neighborhood, hey, 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 and making a fucking fool out of myself. I don't know where, maybe where she's from, people just blurt out shit and they're really blunt and they really like, and they all talk to their neighbors a lot, you know? Maybe she had a neighborhood that she lived in for 20 years and all the people knew each other in the town they came from. But here it's not really, I'm not saying that I'm antisocial, but I'm just saying, like, I don't, when people are walking down the street, I don't go, hey, who are you? What are you doing? She's a fucking nosy Rosie. I mean, she's just going stir crazy nuts. And it's like, I don't want to fucking. How did we get here? Leaders under quotation refuse to listen to us. Yeah. Republican politician, missed the message. It was funny seeing the presidential debate. He's just like, I wrote that song about those people, you know? So for them to have to sit there and listen to that, that cracks me up. But it was funny kind of seeing the response to it. Like, that song has nothing to do with Joe Biden, you know? It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden. That song was written about the people on that stage. A lot more, not just them, but you know. The song wasn't about politics. That song was about a deep and painful fact line. Geographic division, cultural divide, a lack of compassion for our own countrymen. And a cold government detached from the taxpayers and supported by a financial system that's left colossal holes in the heartland, leaving workers and families hopeless and feeling unheard. And then you have rich liberal Hollywood millionaires like Ray Wilson, otherwise known as Dwight from The Office, big fan by the way, who says, if I were writing a song about rich men north of Richmond, I wouldn't talk about obese people on welfare. I'd sing about CEOs who make 400 times their average worker's salary and corporations that pay zero taxes and offshore tax shelters for billionaires. A millionaire from Hollywood is telling a guy from rural Virginia how he should feel. If you had a song just about love that resonates like that, it would be almost impossible to beat. But you have a song where you talk about people. Yeah, making that chicken, that's what's up. Obviously resonated. And then there was Dwight from The Office. Oh, yeah. The idea that if you were going to write a cultural anthem, something like you wouldn't write about overweight people on welfare, you would write about millionaires and their taxes. Yeah. People are tired of me, and it seems like people in power always. And this is, I think, it's a natural inclination that human beings have. Why get a wealthy actor just listen to a poor musician and just enjoy the song? Identifying with the working class while telling them what they really think is patronizing. Singer John Mellencamp, a rich liberal white rock star, told black Americans they still live like slaves. That's why people love to have black people live in there. I would say that the playing field for a lot better than the top. Down. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like some guy who takes $500 million from Mark Zuckerberg, Joe Biden, for his 2020 campaign. It's so funny, a guy like that, his leftist propaganda network, the mainstream fake news, the legacy media, the dying media. It's so funny that they would take a swipe at Judge Justice Clarence Thomas and his like the Democrats don't have mega donors. Oh yeah, they don't. They're not the party of the wealthy. As Noam Chomsky said there are two parties in the United States of America. One is the Republican Party, and the other is the Democrat Party. And the way he described it was that the Republicans were more pro-business, and that the Democrats were also pro-business, but that the Republicans were more pro-business. That's basically, he said, and they differ on policy, but that's a function of the two-party system. They give you a choice every 4 years or whatever, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, right? They make you people choose between Pepsi and Coke, so or Burger King or McDonald's. But you're still going to get Pepsi or Coke, or you're still going to get Burger King or McDonald's, even though the menu's a little different. You're still getting the same shit, more or less. But I would rather have conservative leaders than leftist, Marxist, communist any day of the week. Gotta cook that chicken. Oh, it's gonna be finger licking. We're on a mission. Okay, kind of wasn't cooking on that one side. We're gonna make sure it's real done. Yeah. Get her done, boy. It's like in the old days. Get her done. Got some ice water. We had some broskies yesterday, and kind of dehydrated me, especially in this constant heat. So I'm gonna chill out on the broski patrol. So might go out and go get some supermoon pics, and then hope the grandma is not lurking out there, lurking at all manners of the night, like lurking. Hey, if the sexy babe next door is like, hey, come over, I'm gonna be like, okay. But I'm gonna try to avoid the desperate housewives as much as I can. Yeah. Okay. So what's the secret to this delicious dish? Classico creamy Alfredo, baby. That's gonna be the creamy Alfredo. Clarence Thomas goes on vacation and does not report to the Supreme Court all of his lavish trips. Lefties are just like, oh, yeah. Rich people, rich Democrats don't go on lavish trips or have huge mega fucking donors. Yeah. Biden doesn't make money in the Ukraine or with the Chinese communists. Yeah, they never do that. They're squeaky clean, aren't they? All they do is just go to church and take care of their families, and they never do anything naughty, do they? I know they're like saints, except for all the Hunter Biden's crack rock and hookers and all his out of wedlock babies. Where'd they come from? Well, to make a baby, you have to put the penis inside the vagina and let that sucker rip. The sperm has to hit the egg, and then 9 months later, you have a baby, a new human. So, yeah, apparently that's what Hunter Biden was doing. I'm sure there's crack. He smoked so much crack, he had to get his teeth replaced. Yeah. Imagine a president's son smoking so much crack. That he had to get most of his teeth replaced. That's who you want to vote for the next 4 years? This little morsel fella. It's kind of... It tastes very, very good. In fact, I came up with a pretty excellent flavor that time. Ooh. Quite tasty indeed. Thinking. Ooh. Quite excellent indeed. Quite good. All right, then we fire up these noodles for the, we're gonna cut up the chicken. So we're gonna raise this up. We're gonna put the phone back so it doesn't get too hot from the stove. Yeah. Well, we'll be making our noodles soon. Well, let's see if y'all can enjoy that. Little chick coop. Yeah, ooh, I'm gonna cut up that chicken while the water is heating up. With a creamy chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Yeah. Let's do it. Trying to cut these nice little squares on here is what we're going for. Itty bitty teeny weeny fettuccines. Chicken fettuccines. Normally we'd grill, but we did it in the copper chef because we didn't have time to let the meat thaw out and all that. It's kind of drought conditions anyway, so igniting the propane might not be the most advisable thing to do under drought Texas conditions right now. So good. Then we chopped up most of the chicken. Do a little overview. It's not just good to be the king, it's good to be the chef. Thank you, Mel Brooks. Or Mel Brooks' real name, Jewish name, is Mel Kaminsky. Kaminsky. Don't want to eat too much before the main course. The Biden crime syndicate. That's what he said.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
The camera's on.
Oh. Oh, my bad. You got to do some measurements?
No, I just gotta get the pizza pan.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Why do you need the pizza pan?
Okay.
Oh. I love you. Super moon tonight. I might take one walk. That's all. But at dark fall. Around 9-ish or so. Well, hopefully there won't be really teenagers tonight. Yeah. Oh, yeah. $10. But I want a free ticket. I'm going to go to the store. Yeah, well, it's a Superman as well. So I'm going to take pictures. I will. Hopefully there won't be hooligan teenagers looking for a fight. Looking to gun down somebody. But there's always a possibility that there might be young armed thugs out there. Hopefully not tonight, though. Hopefully we can have a really nice evening enjoying the supermoon. So we get the noodles going until it's like al dente, soft. Until the noodles are real soft. See what this Alfredo tastes like. I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken and the Alfredo in a different deal. And yeah, we'll separate the noodles from the sauce and the chicken, you know. Doug Turdum, vote for turds. He seems like a business guy that's running for president, but he's like doesn't have that much support or name recognition, so is it looking good? Yeah. Well, I think that's fairly good. Pour this in the sink as we warm up the Alfredo sauce, creamy Alfredo sauce. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, baby, I love grenades every day. Ooh, baby, I like grenades every day. Ooh, baby, love grenade. Noodles. All right. Tell you, boy. Dun, dun, dun. Spin this over here on a mild, and then we'll be ready to rock, 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 rock. Okay. All right. Oh, sort of. Put a lid on that, bruh. Oh, kind of got that on low, huh? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Got the noodles. Got the sauce. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. How we going? Okay, that's good. The lid back on. Ooh. Like mine a bit spicy, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Trump is not guilty of doing anything except for challenging Joe Biden for the rematch. But Biden's not going to win this time. He's He's gonna lose big time. So put the chicken on top. Booyah! Yeah. There it is, baby.